Well, good morning to you on this lovely, sunny, chilly Los Angeles morning. I think we're looking at about 10 degrees, if that, or I don't know, 10, like 52, if my math is right. I usually do a New Year's Day drive, and this year Christmas and New Year's are going to be slammed with crazy rain to cleanse us for the new year. So, I normally wouldn't ditch my friends and go on a drive on Sunday, but I was invited yesterday by another gentleman named Simon. Let's see if I make this light. Sorry for the shaky camera. Still figuring it out in the E30. So anyways, I'm on my way to Malibu. It's pretty bright behind me, so let's just cut out and I'll have you come back when I get there. So we pick it up here in Malibu, right along the PCH. I wanted to bring you guys in here just to show you a glimpse of what it looks like on the other end of the year. Recall, it was the beginning of this year when the fires happened and wiped out a lot of Malibu, Pacific Palisades, and there's been a lot of construction going on. That's why you're seeing a 25 zone. They've kind of redone the roads. The main thing that I wanted to highlight here is that Malibu is still there. Malibu is trying to rebuild, but what we forget is, yeah, there's a lot of oceanside properties, multi-million-dollar homes and all that. But what there also is there's a lot of small businesses that are struggling to survive in this time. So if you're a Los Angeles resident and you have a chance to go out and enjoy Malibu, highly suggest going to small businesses, not the major chains, supporting them. There's a lot of really good coffee shops. Sure, it may cost you a couple bucks more for a cup of coffee, but trust me, it's worth it, because eventually the homes will rebuild. But what we don't want to see is the small businesses disappear and just be replaced with another Starbucks. I did want to keep the camera going all the way until we got to Duke's. Duke's is one of those establishments that seems to have survived. So once it reopens, I hope to go back and enjoy some food there. Now let's go drive. Hi folks. We are in the mountains. This was quite a little adventure this morning. Told you we were out early. We met up for some coffee. Had a good laugh, chatted. Going through a little bit of nastiness. That's okay. We just had a lot of rain. Oh, where are we going now? Just had a lot of nastiness. Lots of rain. But basically, we're just out for a nice Sunday drive. As I mentioned in the Wonderwell video, it's always fun to find your tribe. Now, I've got a small circle that's tight, but they're not my exclusive circle. So I tend to meet up with other folks, like the Wonderwell Society and my friends over there, a couple of my friends here, and we made some new friends that are back there somewhere. While we're having coffee, somebody was admiring my friend's Lotus Esprit, and turns out they pulled up in the McLaren. Is there a rap song that goes like that? I don't know. Well, they decided to join us on the drive, which is awesome. Just a nice variety of cars. So Simon, gentleman who owns the Lotus Esprit, also has a Plus 2 Elan and then a pair of Jaguar E-Types. Brennan in the Mercedes had a Jaguar and no longer does. That's gonna ruin the video. Sorry for the of the camera, because, you know, can only get it so clean. Let's see what happens if I don't wipe. Is that gonna make it worse? Whatever. Anyways, and then we got Alan, who's also got an E-Type, and then the lovely folks that we just met in their McLaren 650. Now, they kind of fell behind on PCH, so I'm sure they'll catch us. I hope they'll catch us. We'll find out. We're on our way to Old Place. We're not setting any records. We're not going at the 10/10ths. I'd call this more of a 6/10ths pace, which is perfectly fine. This is the beauty of having different groups that you run with. We're just enjoying ourselves. We're just stretching out the legs of the vehicles, seeing the beautiful scenery. Earlier I showed you guys kind of the devastation that's still here in Malibu. It's really heartbreaking. I was talking to the owner of the coffee shop we were at, and he said that it's been tough, but they've been able to survive, and I'm hopeful that the businesses will survive. But the roads are doing good. The vegetation is growing again. You know, we're about a year removed from the fires, so what can I call it? The ash and the burnt properties are mostly cleared at this point, and with all the rain, we should be seeing some new green, some new life. As for us, we just want to enjoy our cars, and we're on our way to Old Place, so I think that's good for now. I hope you're enjoying the scenery. I'll bring you guys back in at Old Place. GT4 RS, he must be having fun. Yep, this is a good place to stop, because guess what? We've got a slow Tesla killing the fun. Unfortunately, the Old Place was closed, but here's Simon's Esprit. And here is the beautiful McLaren that decided to join us on the drive. I'm so glad they did. Great people. Speaking of, this was one of Simon's other friends in Lotus Esprit. My favorite was this GT40 replica, though. Some things are questionable, but you can't beat the bundle of snakes in the back. Been stuck behind this guy for way too long. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. It's a wet and nasty stunt road. Might be a little slippery. Let's see. Dial it back. It's definitely slippery. Turn you want to be sliding around in? These are not turns you want to be sliding around in. Thing about canyons, the sun doesn't hit half of the mountain. Not until much later in the day, or sometimes not at all. Actually, that's one reason why I avoided Angela's Crest. There was a lot of rain, it's cold, and you know what happens when it's wet and it gets really cold? It freezes. So there's actually reports of black ice. No, thank you. Let's just get a little fun voyage. If I was smart, I would have gone home the same way that my friends were, but you saw I was was stuck behind that GT3 RS. Let's go. More than 3. Give it more than 3. I was stuck behind that GT3 RS, and he was going that same way back. And what I didn't want to do was end my drive following this guy. So I was hesitant to turn the same direction he was going. And then I saw a highway patrol also heading in that direction. So for me, that was enough. I just want to get out and have a little bit of fun. I'm by myself, so I can do the pace I want to do until I catch up to black car SUVs that are going to end the drive. So, you know, what's the point of this episode? I don't even know. I just wanted you guys to join me in Malibu and kind of see what the current state of affairs are. Unfortunately, it's a dirty windshield. Been hanging out with some British folks, and the owners of that McLaren, lovely people. They're actually South African, so it was funny, in a group of 6 of us having a chat, the Americans were the huge minorities, and yeah, so in conclusion, I don't know, get out and drive, go be amongst your people, don't be a dick. The signal helps too, buddy. Oh, he wasn't getting out of my way. He was just being an idiot. I live near LAX, and man, those black cars, those drivers, your employment, your job, the only thing you do is drive. For someone whose only job is to drive, they are some of the worst drivers I know. It's bad. Anyways, getting to the top of stunt. I'm just gonna keep going. I think I've overstayed my welcome, or at least worn out my free time that my wife's allowed. I love her. I want to be able to keep doing this, so I'm just gonna continue on my way and head home. Look at that.